Hello guys, in today's video I am going to crack the TOEFL IBT's listening section, so keep in tune. Alright guys, here I am with a new video, and in today's video we are going totally deep down in the TOEFL IBT's listening section, okay? Are you really struggling with the listening part? I mean, are you having some sort of problems with the note taking? I guarantee you at the end of this video, you are going to have a relief about the problems you are having with the note taking or the concentration on the listening part. So just watch the whole video throughout, all the way from the beginning to the end, so that you can understand what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. The TOEFL listening section, to me, is the easiest section in the whole exam, because like other sections has some difficulties or some tricks or strategies, specific strategies you need to use. However, in the listening section, it's all natural. You know, if you think you can understand the main conversation or the daily conversations, like in the daily life, or like if you have no problems whatsoever with with watching TV series or movies without subtitles, or like news channels, if you understand the main idea, I'm not talking about 100% of the content that is being spoken in the listening, whatever you listen. But if you understand the main idea of what's going on, it means that you are entitled to get at least 24 in the listening section. I'm telling you, you should not have any problem whatsoever with getting 24 in the listening section if you have no problem about the things I've just counted. But if you think you still struggle with getting 24 although you have all those skills, then your problem is about the note taking. As you guys know, during the listening section, you have this whole sheet of paper in front of you and you have a pen or pencil. So what you need to do is just to write down, what you hear, or maybe something that is important to you. But during the exam, what I did was, I wrote down whatever the things I heard. I know some people recommend to only write down the things that are important, but since I had a really good pace on the writing, I tried to write whatever the things that I heard during the test, so that I wanted to make sure that I did not miss anything. That's an important point. So just write it down, whatever you hear. It's not really important or relevant that if you think it's not necessary for you to write, you shouldn't write. It shouldn't be in that way. You should just write it down, Maybe you're gonna hear some reactions. Each of the reaction, I've kind of sensed that going through all of those practice tests, I sensed that whenever the students or the tutor react on something, there's going to be a question about it. I guarantee you there is going to be a question about it. Okay? So write it down. Put extra effort to those parts. Whenever you hear or extra amount of reactions to the conversations, maybe few seconds of seizing the conversation, or a bit of hesitation. So those are the keys. You are going to be asked questions related to those points. So the second thing, the concentration is the key for the test. You're going to be in an environment where there are going to be 10 to 15 people around you when you're going to be taking the test. So what you need to do is put on your head speakers and then try not to really pay attention to what's going on around you. I know it might seem like not really, how to say, easy to say and easy to do, but believe me, if you think, I mean, like if you start thinking about like the person who's sitting like right next to you or what he is doing, then you're going to lose a track of the listening section that you're going to be listening. So concentration is our key. So note taking is the first like important part, and the second important part is is our second like important key in for the listening section. So the recommendations, what are going to be the recommendations to write something down in a faster way, or like really good put a really good concentration. So what I can tell you is that go ahead and click the TOEFL KMT. I believe, I'm not quite sure about how it's written, but I'll put the link down below in the comment section, description section. Go ahead, click. You're gonna have a lot of practice tests there. So all you need to do is just don't go through specifically first reading, then listening, then speaking and writing. Instead, just focus only for the listening part for maybe 5 days, okay? Just focus on it until you master the skills of note taking or like the concentration. And I'm gonna tell you one more thing. Since during the test you're gonna be having some sort of noise in the background, just also, in order to test the real test environment, maybe put on not a music of course, but open up the window and let the whole noise come in, okay? And to see if you can really focus on listening. That's really important. Do it, do it whenever you take a listening test. Another thing, if you think you have more than a month or two for the preparation for the TOEFL test, you can it really doesn't really matter like how much you have for the test, because as long as you do what I'm going to tell you now, you're definitely going to get some benefit out of it, But if you have more than a month, it is definitely going to impact maybe more than 5 points from where you are now. So like TED Talks, TED Talks are really important, like TEDx. I'm talking about TEDx now. They are really important for improving your listening section. Go ahead. There are like 20 minutes long listenings there. Open it up. Just put a speaker on, or earbuds, and then just don't really pay attention to the video that is going on. Try to write whatever you can hear down, okay? And then maybe like in 3 to 4 minutes, stop the video right there, and just try to memorize. Don't look at what you wrote. Stop the video and ask yourself how much you can remember or memorize, like how much actually you can recall about what you wrote. And then maybe like a few seconds of going through, take a look at what you wrote down and see how much you can actually get about the video, like get about the content or write about the content. The sense of doing that is to really improve your comprehension ability for the listening section, because your comprehension is really the key for the listening section. If you're a natural listener, if you think you need to enhance a little more, then doing this is completely going to help you out for improving your listening section. It's a really good practice. Just open it up, write whatever you hear down, stop the video, okay, write it there, and ask yourself how much you remember, and answer it, and then take a look back and see and compare the the two things you've done, okay? Really amazing practice. I've done it and it really works. And another thing, you can like try to watch like news channels, because like generally they talk about politics, but still the level is kind of similar to the TOEFL listening section. It's really similar. I mean, the pace is maybe a little faster in news channels, but still it is definitely going to help you keep up the conversation or keeping up the listening ability, your listening ability and your comprehension skills, that which is really important for the TOEFL listening section. So for wrapping up our video, I've talked about two things. First, our concentration. The second thing, great note taking. You don't need any strategy more than that. And to improve your listening, try to just watch TEDx videos and also news channels like CNN or I don't know, like Fox News, and do the same thing you do with the TEDx videos. And then practice as much as you can for the TOEFL IBT listening practice test, which I'm going to put a link about in the description part. And don't really get overwhelmed and frustrated. The TOEFL IBT's listening section is a piece of cake, guys. You can do that. I did it. I mean, just relax and try to really, focus on the listening part and write it down. And that is so easy. The answering the questions is really, you're going to take a look at what you wrote and see, oh, okay, I wrote down the answers. All of the answers, actually you're writing down the answers while you're listening the listening part. You're writing down the answers. So the key is, the more you write, the possibility of catching the answer is going to be increased. That's why I tell you to write whatever you hear, if you think you can keep it up. That's it for today, guys. Just leave a comment and let me know about what you're struggling with. And I'm going to even shoot a video about it, okay? So that's it for today's video. Go ahead and strike up your score. Shoot up your score up to maybe 28 to 30. It is simple, it is doable, it is feasible. I did it, I got 27 out of 30, and I believe you can do it as well. So give it a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe my channel, and that's it for today, guys. Bye for now.